Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hi. I am doing the TV. I'm going to put the body of the dog onto the ironing board, and I'm also going to make the beep beep machine, or better known as the defibrillator. I'm using a cardboard box I've cut up to make the TV shape. Well, the box of a TV shape of a box. No, shape of a TV from a box. There we go. So I cut it off and I cut a square off just to cover the side. I think it's the side. Yeah, it's the side. And the bit where I've coloured in black, that's where I'm going to be putting a frame to make the screen pop out a bit more. And I'm also going to make the legs and a antennae. Yeah. So at the minute I'm cutting out the frame to put on the front, and I will be adding some UV onto that piece. But first off, I've got to make a picture. So it's got to look like the TV's on. And because it's Frankenweenie and it's Frankenstein based, it's got to be black and white TV because it's all a bit dark. And to be fair, I had a black and white TV for years. When everybody was getting colour in like the 60s, we were still got black and white in about late 80s and 90s. Watching snooker was huge fun. And I could tell you which colour ball was which, even in black and white. I was very good. So I'm drawing an actual scene from the film Frankenweenie. It's the windmill. And, well, it's not quite the scene, it's just what's out of my head, but I knew the windmill's in there, so I put that in, and then tree and fence and hill, and then decided to colour it in grey and black and white and a bit of silver, because there's not really many tones to black and white. It's black, white and grey basically when you watch black and white TV. I do miss those days though. I do like a good black and white movie. Anything from the 1930s upwards. Yeah. I'm a bit of an old fart. Yes, you can say it. You can agree with me. It's fine. I'm going to stick this on now. I use that rubber as a weight, because the metal things I use for 1, 2, 3 blocks, tad heavy for this, and it would have just squashed the box. So now I'm going to add the frame, and that'll make it pop out a little bit more. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to use white glue and water mix. I've decided I'm using this pot instead now, because I've not got much left of this one. And I'm going to papier-mâché over the top, just to give it a bit of texture and to make it easier to paint, because the cardboard box is a bit shiny, and if you don't put anything on it, it's going to take a few coats to get any paint to stick. So, I mean, I could just have put a layer of glue and water on top and left the paper off, but I quite like the paper detail. It's not a very patterned paper, but it's dimply, and I like that. I think that looks really cool for an old TV. It looks a bit bashed, and yeah, it does look a bit bashed. I like it. It's cool. So I'll be doing all of this, make sure it's all covered, and then I'll use my heat gun to dry it, because I'm kind of running out of time. I've just got my Froggy Friday up, which I really think people are going to enjoy. It's a bit different. And this is now Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Thursday morning at stupid o'clock again. And yeah, I am Now doing my voiceover. And my blooming cat just snored really loudly. It freaked me out a bit there. I'm cutting out these shapes, so I'm going to glue them all together so that it makes a thicker leg, so it's got something to stand up on. And I thought I'd just make the one first and then use that as a template. And I didn't do the other line because, well, you don't need it because it's just straight across the feet. And I think I must have counted how many feet I'd actually made in my head a few times. I kept forgetting how many I'd actually drawn. They were right in front of me as well. Oh dear. I swear I'm one of them people that still counts the fingers for numbers. Oy. Counts the numbers on the fingers. There we go, that makes sense. It probably made sense before, but my brain's not braining. So I'm going to cut them out and then we'll stack them on top of each other, glued. So then they will make a proper leg. And I've got some little clips that I'm going to stick them together on a piece of card, so that can be the last layer of foot, leg thing. And then leave them to dry. So now it gives it a bit more extra strength. And to be fair, it stands up quite well. It's level. How's that for not measuring? It worked out alright. No numbers are involved in the measuring of any of this. Not this time. I think I do better when I don't use measuring stuff. Well, you can see a ruler there, but that's only for a straight edge. It's not actually measuring anything. I eyeball better than I can use numbers. I don't know how I actually got to work in a school. Oh yeah, I do. They didn't need to have your maths and English when you first started. That's true. That's how old I am. Yeah. So of course I was already in the job when they all came in. And somehow I got away with having to prove it. It's really good. Anyway, being maths smart does not mean you're intelligent. It just means you know something else, something different. I mean, see, look at that. I put that on the side instead of actually the underside. I looked at it and thought, oh, you Dumbo. You absolute Dumbo. So yeah, to take them off and then readjust. Because, well, the TV picture would have been the wrong way around. And that would never do. I'm only going to do the 3 things today. I mean, it wasn't just because of lack of time. It was because of brain not thinking straight. I got my TV done, the defibrillator done, and the ironing board, and then my brain just went to pot. It just wouldn't create. I think it had had enough. And I know if I push it, then everything turns out to rubbish. So I thought, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead and just do these 3. Now I'm using the UV just to make it look like a screen, make it pop a bit. Although looking at it, I think I could have done with another extra layer on top, because I remember the TV screens being more, what's that word? Is it bulbous? And we all got flat screens now, and kids won't even know what the heck I'm talking about. But the screens always used to look like they popped out. Mind you, they were massive. If you ever took a big bum TV apart, the screens are absolutely huge. And the amount of wires and bits and bobs in the back of them. Oh, I'd have a field day now if I got one of them. I'd make all sorts. You just don't see them anymore. Because, well, they were poop. But in their day, they were fantastic. I still remember when there were when there were times when we only had 3 channels. BBC One, ITV, Channel 4? That it? There weren't no more than that. And then it was BBC Two, then it was Channel 5, then Sky all of a sudden appeared, and wow. Sorry about that, I just knocked the camera again. One of these days I will get this angling thing right. Obviously it wasn't today. But yeah, I even remember having to get up and go and turn the TV over. And you just turned a dial. And yes, I was that chosen TV turner over until my mother decided she was going to use a stick and just poke at it. Ugh. But I do remember having a big TV in the corner with a ZX Spectrum and playing James Pond. I loved that game. And I even tried doing my own coding. It was much simpler back then. Well, I guess it weren't really. Not now you can use AI and stuff these days, but yeah, I had a go at coding. I didn't do too bad. I think I could actually make something jump. That was about it. It was very simple. But yeah, look. There's my screen. I'm going to put some buttons on and I'm going to make the top. Now for the body of the dog. I'm using just the leftover papier-mâché from the TV. And I'm just going to mould it and shape it into a sort of body shape. So I don't want it to cover the whole of the ironing board. And this is going to go on for quite some time because I lift it higher and higher and then mush it round, and it's good to mould paper mache. I love paper mache. I nearly said papier mache. It's probably right, but my brain can't decipher. And I kept looking at it thinking it's going to look more like a human if I carry on like that. So I get it a bit of a zhuzh round and a little bit more pokey, and it started to look more, well, animal kind of shape. I mean, we all know it's a dog. It's Frankenweenie after all, so it is sort of dog shape. If you look at it, like the bum's there and the head's there, and oh god, if I could just point to it, you'd be able to know what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm having to sculpt it a little bit, and the glue and water will dry pretty quick, and because there's not much water in it, to be fair, it's that old now that the glue is more glue because it's dehydrated, that's the one. And I've got a few bits of this toilet paper. It's not toilet paper, it's kitchen roll. Because I was using it in another project. Actually, that'll be tomorrow's project. And I never throw it away, so I left it in a little heap. And I thought, I'm going to use that for Thursday's video, which I'm doing now, obviously. And I want to put a cloth over the top of this, and it'll be something that's not removable. So I put it on when it's wet. And you see that cloth there? That is a floor wipe, and it's got paint on it, and it's got dirty bits off my hands where I keep wiping my hands on it. And I looked at it and thought, oh, that would make a very good sheet to put over this. And obviously it's a bit too big, but cutting it down, it works a treat. I wish I'd have used the dirtier part though, because that would have shown up better, I think. So there's me measuring, look. Eyeballing. And obviously, like I said, it's too long. and I need to try and squish it around the body just to make sure that you can still see the shape. It's cute but macabre. I quite like cute and macabre. And I want to make the sheet look like it's been up in attic for a long time. It's just been found in a box and, you know, just chucked over the top. Not somebody's bed sheet, just an old thing. And now I'm making the defibrillator, the beep beep machine. So I've just done a Temu haul, well, part of a Temu haul from a birthday. I know, it's like, what, a third of the way through May and I've only just got it. And what was in it? Oh, some little guitars, little wooden guitars. Because I bought something for the World Music Day that Nerdy is doing with Karen at the Dragon's Cave. So Nerd Goblin Art and Dragon's Cave, they're doing a music thingy. Collab. There we go. Thingy. Oh dear. And I bought a few little bits and bobs because I'm still umming and ahhing on what to actually do. So I got them in just in case. And now I'm making the pedals. You know, the bits that you put on somebody's chest and go, clear! Yeah, I'm making the little paddles. And now from the paddles to the box, there has to be some curly wires. Now, they're usually rubber. Well, obviously, I haven't got anything like that. So I kind of cheated. And just used wire and painted it black. Oh, I know what I have missed off it. I've just looked at it and then looked back at my drawing. So when you see it won't have a handle. But when you see it in the room when it's finished, it will do. I forgot the handle. Duh. It's not hard to do. Just a piece of cardboard stuck on top. So yeah. That's not quite complete. Oh, bum fluff. That's 2 things in 2 days that I've not quite finished off. Tomorrow's something pink is missing. Today's a handle is missing. It's like I've gone blind. I don't know why. You know when you're looking for something all day long and you can't find it and yet there it is right in front of your nose? That's how I feel this week. Like something's just not quite right. I don't know what it is. But it's like when you're in a house and there's a smell, but you can't smell it because you've gone nose blind. I've definitely gone stuff blind. I can't seem to see stuff. Very confusing. But I've twisted the wire around the paintbrush because it's the thinnest thing I could find on my desk. The only thing I could find that was that thin, to be fair. But it worked a treat, so I'm quite happy with that. And the paddles aren't dry, so they keep moving. And I'm just poking in bits and bobs in the paddles, trying to get it to sit underneath and look like it's actually in a hole in the box, which that worked. It did work. I really should have made them a little less twisty. Make it look like it's been used a fair bit. And the paddles aren't removable. I don't want them to be removable. It's just for show. It's not like anybody's actually going to use it to use on anybody's chest. It is not real. So that is the bottom of a tea light. And I think it makes a really great knob. Oh dear. Why do I feel like the chat's going to go mental over a word? I don't know. So I'm also adding a dial, which I will be painting with a paint pen. And I'm going to add 2 little buttons either side. and also put a little mark on the dial that's in the middle, so it looks like it's pointing towards a certain colour. Everything's being made out of card at the minute, so I need to go through my trash box. Yes, I've got a trash box, and I've also got a cardboard box and a cardboard stash that seems to be taking over. But I'm going to need them because I need to do something with them. It's just I don't seem to find the time to squeeze any more videos in. Oh well, I will get there eventually. I am going to be doing the UV resin flower, but that won't be for not next week, week after, I think, because I've already got a video up Tuesday. Then it'll be my miniature on Thursday. Then it'll be Frog Friday. Oh God, there's so many things, so many things to do, so little time. But things will get done eventually. Still got my circus to do. And then, oh my God, there's so many things to do. There's a summer fantasy collab. Oh God, I've got my what is that animal? Axolotl on Saturday too. I haven't even started that. Oh my days. I've got things in my head going on for ages. I don't know how people do a video every day. I struggle with 3, and then when there's another one in mix, it's like, oh my days. And I don't work. I never seem to find the time. Well, I do work. I work once, twice a week, depending on the boy I have. And these paint pens, again, love them. They're from TikTok shop. My black is on his way out, but keeps coming back to life every now and again. So, fingers crossed it lives a bit longer. And I use the white just to make the button show up a little bit more. But yeah, I'm going to take some photos and I'll say thank you for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.
Shadows light the thing, Goth unicorn with a blackened wing. Happy she dances under moonlit nights, creating beauty, spurring on delight. Her hooves step softly to the softest bell.